Good evening and welcome to 365 Days of Amazing Stories with Theo Mayer. Here we are on day 92, and I have a story called The Wise Counting. Now, there was a King Akbar, and he liked posing questions to his men of court and riddles, and some of them were very difficult, and he expected his men of court to be able to answer these riddles, and it was sometimes very challenging. Not that anybody would lose their head or anything if they couldn't come up with the answers, but it was a bit of sport. It seemed like the king liked to play with his men. So there was one day that he had posed a question to his men of court, and it was a very difficult one, and they were all, as he looked at them, hanging their heads and swinging their heads back and forth from side to side because they couldn't come up with the answer. Now, just at that time, there was a wise and kind of funny guy that was always welcome in the king's court. His name was Birbal. And Birbal came in and quickly comprehended the situation. He could see all of the men of court just standing there, hanging their heads. And as they did, he said, Akbar, King Akbar, please let me know the question that I might try to answer. Akbar said, surely. How many crows are there in my kingdom? And Akbar, without thinking twice, responded, there are 50,585 crows. King Akbar said, well, how do you know? And Birbal said, well, I do know. If you are not sure if my answer is correct, then go send your men of court out to count them. If there are more than that number, then certainly there are some crows that are visiting their relatives here. That's why there would be more. But if there are less than that number, then certainly there are some crows that have gone to visit their relatives elsewhere. Well, King Akbar was completely satisfied with the answer. And as far as I know, the rest of the day went on quite splendidly. I hope yours will too. Thanks for joining, and come back tomorrow for another little shorty.